start at 8 o'clock. I had hoped that we'd kind of come to maybe funnel some of these down and see which one rose to the top, maybe, or something like that. I don't know how you feel about doing that process tonight, with the Commissioner Goodrill not here. I want him to be included, I want him to feel included, in all this, and, we've just not heard his voice tonight, so. Hey, what do you think? I mean, do we need to start prioritizing, or do we need to wait a little bit?
I'd be comfortable personally with waiting for a while until
Have his input.
Yeah, I think so too, I'd rather hear from him.
Just say,
Don?
No, Mr. Chairman, a couple of things I could do is summarize this. There's a couple of themes that have popped out of this that I can combine things. If you look at the beginning, if you look at Tom bringing up the plans, is there existing plans still out there? Karen talking about setting up a process to allow groups to be inclusive to groups, things of that nature. How do you bring these groups together for their concepts and ideas? You know, and then Tom going back to the SRC Chamber, TDA, are these groups collaborating, should they be present? I'm trying to pull together, I'm skipping some things, some other things were said. You talked about regional bike plan, really what I sort of took out of that as outdoor marketing, recreation marketing plan, something like that. So, one concept, when you take just everything I just mentioned there, that really is, you don't even have to call it a plan. That's a planning process. Are we bringing groups together to get their input and things of that nature as far as what they want to do? Now, is that done in a public forum, or I don't know the process to it, but that's a planning process. Can that evolve to, you know, do we take old plans, do we bring folks in, educate them on the old stuff, get inclusiveness? It's a planning process. Everything what y'all just described, bringing people together, getting their ideas, and then developing goals, and do we do marketing plans? I think that's developing some type of plan. That's where I'm going to end it right there. I'll give it a little bit more thought, but all those kind of coincide together, I guess, if you want to call it that. And then, you know, everything else, you know, we got a little bit more budget oriented, in the sense of, you know, do we need to come up with some employee participation as far as how to save money, you know, suggestion box, things of that nature, reinstate funding for mental health, employee compensation. So that section is a little bit more internal. And then finally, where I've seen it end a little bit is fairgrounds, farmers market, and would that be part of that overall concept that we just talked about as far as bringing groups in, inclusiveness and things of that nature? See, to me, that all is described as some kind of planning process, and not to leave out anything. And then there are some, then there's a question, we did some internal budgeting things, and then internet access and how that applies to all the way around, you know, as far as the availability, just an educational process of that whole internet access issue. And at some point, Karen, I don't know if you mentioned it here, but you and I talked about this, is how does that relay to assisting businesses?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What I just quite quickly did, I tried to describe, I hope I didn't skip anything, but I'm trying to describe what I thought I just heard today. What I can do is go back and group these together, and what I think, all these concepts go in this group, these concepts go in that group, and then I can summarize and put it back in your hands. And then the next discussion can be, do you want to prioritize it, and then the next steps. I'm just throwing this out as a suggestion. Did y'all feel like I summarized? Did I miss anything major?
I think it would be good to have in some sort of summarized form, and then see where we go from there. I know we had this a couple of years ago, and I
No, but and it was a little more formal in my mind. I mean, Don actually led us through the planning process of economic development and just how all this fed into it, and he still has all that